April 28, 2023. Marcus Giavanni here. KOA at KOA YouTube handle by Marcus Giavanni News GP7A. GP7A is a identifier. It's a Google operator, a symbol, characters. And so whenever you see that, it means a lot. Now, when you think about KOA, I indexed them quite a few years ago. And when I'm not going to get into it, but it's all in the clouds. Excuse me. Change of the weather, man. We go from warm to freezing, and this Taino Indian gets messed up. Anyways, so when you take a look at this, there's no. I'm missing KOA. It's missing. I do that on purpose so I can show other people how this system works. And when you think that KOA didn't even show up out of all the years, and mandyconnel and all their bloviated hosts, and fuck, what was that other guy? No, that's on that other station. But still, when you think about KOA and why KOA is so powerful, and why it's the 3 letters and not, the 4 letters like everybody else, do you know why? Find out. Now, when you ask their IT people, their website people, whoever does their whatever it is they do, you got to fire them because this is what it looks like for KOA. This is long form. So their IT people, who's going to text that? Who's going to look that up? I mean, you got to look. Yeah, okay. Keep talking, bimbos. That's what bimbos are. Bimbos have no color, no gender. Doesn't matter who you're having sex with, or who you're shacking up with, or who you're living in with, or who your partner is. It doesn't care. The only thing AI cares is that you're either doing the right thing or you're doing the wrong thing. You're either IoT or dark web. There is no middle. That's want to really get rid of the middleman. This is the best way to do it. And so when you think of all these FCC regulated stations and all their IP, IT, SLIP people, okay, thinking that they're, when they talk about artificial intelligence, and we can tell the ignorant ones because they're, IT, the robots are coming. I heard, never mind. But that's where we're at. And so the people that are planting their seeds now, this is what AI does. If mandyconnel comes out and starts talking about write her name in. See, what she did is she devaluated the write-in candidates. She devaluated the voters' last chance to correct things. But see, we haven't taught our kids none of this. Mandyconnel hasn't taught her. You can't just write her name in. She ain't even a candidate. But she's trying to get, mandyconnel got 5 votes. She didn't get fucking shit. Nobody voted for her, and no, my people ain't voting for me because we already know what we got to do. We don't tell people. It's the codes in my writing that notifies everybody else what to do. And some people do it and they don't even know that subconsciously they're going to do the right thing. And so as Democrats, and see, what KOA don't understand is that when I sued Paul Lopez and they didn't say nothing, when I sued clerk and recorders for all these years and they never say nothing, what they do is they get indexed as democracy sluts. You know what a slut is, right? Well, then add democracy in front of that or behind it. And that's what these people are. And they don't know it. And the ones that get hurt financially are the sales managers and all the hosts and everybody that talks. Talkers, talk. And so when people talk now, what happens is we can identify these individuals through their voice latent prints. And then we can write content that allows virtual machines that have learning capabilities to flag these people with their spiders and crawlers. And they look for Mandy and all of her contacts and all of her shit that she talks about. And then there's the scores and rankings. See, we own Social Credit System Scores and Rankings.com, socialcreditrepair.com, disinformation, czar.us, City and County of Denver, .us. Look up that one. That right there gives you a complete breakdown of the handles, of like when Mandy says, this is my handle. When these people talk handle, whenever they speak keywords that are in my metaverse to crush these people that are talkers, that might come across my content, because there's only a few in the United States. I'm the only one that does what I do openly. So when a person goes and reads my content thinking, oh, he don't know, and then they go, oh, okay, so this is how IT, okay. And then they start talking, what happens is, you know how digital forensic computer analysis dudes work, when they can break into your computer without your code and they can figure everything out and get inside and blah. Well, this is the same way, but we don't have to use them. We use artificial intelligence on the front end of the conversations that are being spoken. And then by identifiers of handles, I've been writing handles and telling people handles for 10 years. And I kept waiting for Google to make the announcement, because Google made the announcement before anybody. And Facebook made the announcement from a young guy named Mark Zuckerberg to fool the world about the Metaverse and that like he controls it. And Facebook changed its name to Meta. No, it's not true. Because if it did, you would put in your address bar Facebook and it would come up Meta. It would do a redirect. So because they can't close out that revenue. It's all bullshit. And so Zuckerberg cut his own throat before he even launched his shit. Because Metaverse that he's talking about are games and immersive stuff. What I'm talking about is the throw before the toss, the conversations that lead up to the people's wants and needs based off their interest in immersive technology. So Zuckerberg doesn't write what I write. I don't write what Zuckerberg writes. And so it shows. So KOA talks bullshit and it shows. And that's embarrassing, man. If I was a shareholder in this company or an investor, I'd pull my shit out. I would fire every fucking person in there and find this guy that wrote this content and say, hey man, come and work for me. I want to know this stuff. But they're stupid. They would rather fucking smash their nose off their faces and go off the dark web than to give anybody anything outside what they're talking about. Because as soon as they do, they're done. So KOA, Fox News, look at Fox News. You know who Charles Williams Kane is? Do a Google search, that's a handle, at Charles Williams Kane. Okay? Here it is, Charles Williams Kane. Look at this. I own that. This is me. This is me. Explicit. Because see, when you think about organic content, it has to be as pure as the driven snow. Good, bad, or indifferent. Pure as the driven snow. Typos, mistakes, because what happens is that's what makes a better conversation. So if you're talking foul mouth like I do in the explicit ones, because that's what I heard when I was knocking on doors, getting signatures for these last 4 elections. 12 years, folks, I've been doing this. Because I was indexing. I wasn't going to be mayor. Who's going to vote for fucking me, man? Okay? They don't want no Central American Indian on there. They're too busy stockpiling their race assets, using it against different conversations. That day's over, man. We're gonna allow Martin Luther King to rest in peace. See, that's our mission. We're gonna honor Martin Luther King in a way that none of these fuckheads can do. The ones that claim they are, and yet they're they're enabling. See, there's a difference from eradicating and enabling. And we've designed the code to stop it. And so KOA, Fox News, CBS News, ABC News, Walt Disney Company, Xfinity Company. You guys have no clue, man. When Google comes out with the fiber, Xfinity will be no more. Right now, the CenturyLink, I have friends that use that, and they don't have any problems. They get their speed fast. Upload speed, download speed, it's consistent, it's always. I'm right now had to file a lawsuit file a FCC complaint. We're getting ready to file a lawsuit against Xfinity because we have paid over $28,000 in the 8 years that we've been here, and in this one residence. And so when you think about their rhetoric about getting children on the TV, talking about, like, they know, and that's what they use our kids as pawns. So you got kids talking about, oh, Xfinity's 10G, it's one of the best networks imaginable. No, it's fucking not. The cell phone service sucks. Do you know how many drop calls I have? I have people that can testify against the drop calls. And the pixeling that I get on my cable TV, that they said, do you get to remember when they were trying to bag on DirecTV? This is why people are getting the fuck out of Denver, man. They have no fucking clue. So when Kelly and Mike Johnston, those two fucking bimbos, go up there and, yeah, I'm going to change, taking the ideas of all the other candidates, especially me. Kelly's like, I'm open-minded to work with anybody. No, you're not, you fucking liar. You are a fucking liar, man. That's what a Gen Z would tell you to your face. You're a fucking liar, man. KOA, you're a fucking liar. Charles William Kane, got caught talking about AI, and he's outdated to do that.